Hello. Um, I see I have one waiting. If you're here, tell me who you are. Uh, let's see, still adjusting myself. Sorry, I had to run out. So who is here and how are you? How was your weekend? How was your booking frenzy? If you're here, say something. I went a little later than usual, so I hope people come. Um, had to drive my daughter to school. She wanted to get there early for lunch, which I want her to be social. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope to see some people soon. Today I'm going to be talking about some really good GoGoKid incentives, or one of them at least. And I am going to talk about their K level. So I hope to see some people soon. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and talk. I know a lot of people watch this later, so I don't want those people to be waiting. I got paid at VIPKID, which is awesome. There was an issue with the weekly payments. Uh, Luckily, we are very new to getting weekly payments at VIPKID. So we were used to the biweekly payment. I think it would have been worse if, we didn't get paid and we were all used to getting paid weekly, although maybe some people, uh, you know, maybe you scheduled your bills and things like that. If you were a little late getting paid, you should have gotten paid today. Good morning, Mary Ann. Good. I'm glad someone's here. You're the first one here. I know I'm going later than usual. How are you? How was your weekend and your booking frenzy? My booking frenzy was low, and I do not know why. I don't know. I know somebody mentioned a holiday coming up in China. If you know what that is, let me know. I also did take a couple days off, so maybe that, or a couple days off from uh, teaching. I don't know why it was low. Anyways, I think you know Marianne. My daughter went to homecoming this weekend, which is wonderful because we're just happy she can participate in life. Last year, she was too sick to go. A golden weekend. Okay, what do you mean by that? Why was it a golden weekend? That sounds like a good thing. Um, my son had a soccer game yesterday. It was local. We didn't have to drive, and their team won, so that's a good thing. I sort of took yesterday off. I say sort of because I taught one class off a priority booking request, but still I got to sleep in and I got to go to my son's soccer game. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I am very happy she got to go, and she in the past, like even if she had gone, she would have like been in bed for like the rest of the weekend and maybe even missed school today. She finished her schoolwork yesterday. She went to school today. The holiday is golden weekend in China. Okay, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to see what you're responding to. The golden week in China. Okay, I heard Cindy talk about that in her live. Do you know what is the golden week in China? Um, yeah, was your weekend good, Marianne? How are your classes today? Today I taught 7, got paid for 8. I had one no-show. I only knew about the no-show like 20 minutes ahead of time, so wasn't enough time to open short notice at GoGoKid and get double pay, but hey, I'll take it. I got to clean my classroom. Um, October 1st through the 7th, evening classes are booking starting September 30th. Okay. Yeah, I can't do evenings. I'm too tired at night after waking up so early. Actually, a couple days next week. Hi, Kim. Glad you're here. I know you're tired, so I actually wasn't sure if I was going to see you. I'm glad you're here. Um, yeah, I haven't worked at my freelance job since May. I like to work there once in a while to keep my foot in the door, so I'm working there a couple days the beginning of October. Marianne said, I only taught 4 due to paintbrush incentive. I normally don't work Mondays. Oh, okay. So you're trying to work the peak time. I see so many people complaining about the paint bucket challenge. It's just like, I just didn't want to do it. Well, I think, like I said before, I don't trust groups. Like in school, whenever there was a group project, it'd always be like 1 or 2 people participating. So, and then, one or two people doing all the work, then everybody else doesn't do any work. So I was like, I don't want to do an incentive where like I have to rely on other people to do their parts. It's only going to make me mad. And I think at the time too was during a time when I was cutting back a little bit. So I was also like, well, I don't want to be pressured to work more when right now I need to cut back a little bit. Okay, it says I have 3 watching. So I know I have Kim and Marianne. If anybody else is here, say hi. Yeah. All right. Well, how were your 4 classes, Marianne? It's so easy to work like 4, like yesterday when I worked 1. I hope I get some tier too, right? Um, and Kim, I just need a few more slots to make my goal to the challenge my team finished. Oh, good. So you're gonna actually get some money for the team. And then don't you get like individual money if I remember correctly? My 4 classes were great. Okay, good. Yeah, all my classes that I had went well today. All right, so today I'm going to talk about a few things. Yes and yes. All right, so before I get into the new subjects, I'm just going to respond to some of my old subjects or say a couple things about them. Okay, so last week I did my live. If anyone didn't see it, there are people who watch these later because I get comments. So if anyone did not see my last week, I was just talking about how no matter if you have 10 kids or you decide by choice to have no kids, people are going to judge and ask you questions about it and things like that. So then Cindy, who has 13 kids, she followed up her live with, oh, these are the things people do say to me. So I like when we can piggyback on each other's lives. And then let's see, I was going to respond. Oh, it'll come back to me. I was going to respond to something else. Oh, I know what I was going to respond to. I was talking about incentives or assessments last week. Also piggyback off Cindy's live, who did assessments 2 weeks ago. She was talking about how she gives them a chance to get the points on the ones they get wrong. Well, I started doing that, and after a little over a week of doing that, I am finding that that is a better way to use your time because then you are reviewing the things that they don't have, as opposed to you have 5 minutes left at the end of class and you play a game with them. Instead, you're actually reviewing the material that you already went over with them and that they still didn't understand. Now, sometimes even with doing that, the student still doesn't get it right. I had a student today, one of my longtime regulars, the first time the question was which animals are domestic animals. So the first time he circled like a lion and a frog and something else. So I explained him what domestic animal was. Came back to the slide. He circled the same ones. So then I explained it again. I went over, it was the first assessment, then where you go over the project options. So I went over the project options, came back to the slide, and he goes, "What's a domestic animal?" I was thinking, okay, I had to explain it the 3rd time. You're not getting points for that one. So my point is, sometimes even when you do that, they still don't get the points, but I'm doing it that way now, and I'm really finding it's a better use of time. So I just want to say those couple things about follow-ups. And thank you, the 2 people who have liked my live. If everybody could do that. He just wants to domesticate a lion. Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he wants a lion pet. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So Kim, I know you're new to GoGoKid, but one awesome incentive that GoGoKid is doing this week, they're basically offering double pay for referrals. So, I have to say that I went through a period where I had just a really bad experience with the referrals. And I'm not talking about you, Kim. Kim was my latest referral at GoGoKid. You were great. Actually, people who are already online teachers who are just applying to another company are pretty much the easiest referrals because they already know how to do everything. But basically, I had a period where I had some bad things happen. I had these 2 potential referrals that I was talking to. I was spending a lot of time emailing, talking to them, and both of them, they don't know each other, but happen to be the same week, send me emails telling me all about why they couldn't do it. Now, I understand the reasons. The reasons had nothing to do with me. They weren't personal. They didn't screw me over in any way. They were just honest. They didn't ghost me. They told me the reasons they couldn't do it. They had legitimate reasons. But it is hard when you feel like you were spending a lot of time helping and then it doesn't work out. You get $0. So I was a little discouraged after that happened. And I kind of was like, if a referral happens, it happens, but I'm not going to go out of my way. Well, GoGoKid's offering double for referrals. Now you have my attention. Now I'm going to put some time into referring. So I did email a couple people who were potentials, who were kind of asking me questions, but I was like, hey, what do you think of GoGoKid? Like one of the people, she was actually asking me about VIPKID, and I told her, that GoGoKid has a quicker hiring process. Well, except for that they make you wait, like Kim, but the process is easier. So she signed up, and she's doing her interview this week. So if anyone would like to, if you already work for VIPKID and you want a backup company, they are a great backup for VIPKID because they have similar hours. I think only a half hour less. They have the 25-minute classes, the one-on-one. They basically work very much like VIPKID does. The parents book you, like very, very similar. Let's see what I missed in the chat. Kim used to catch frogs at daycare. Okay, we do have frogs at our house. Oh, Morgan. Hi, Morgan. How are your bookings? My bookings? I don't know. My booking frenzy was a little low this week. Kim, I have 7 referrals going with iTutor Group, and one has taught and one is about to. The rest are holding. Yeah, that's great. I know you said you've had a lot of referrals at iTutor, and I don't blame people for going there, and I'm planning on going there in November because they have hours the other companies don't, and they're not just based in China. So with us losing an hour or 2 hours like me with daylight savings, like people are applying there, I probably will too. Well, Kim, now you get double pay for GoGoKid. Plus, so they're giving like double pay plus the milestone incentive. So like if you get 3, they give you an extra $100. So you basically could get like $320 for one referral if you get 3 of them, but you have only like another 8 days to do it, and they have to have taught their first class. I kept getting VIPKID 25-hour cancellations. I wonder how cancellations are with GoGo. Okay. It's the same thing. Well, Morgan, do you leave your slots open 24 hours? Because I leave basically from the get-go. When I open the slot, it's all 24 hours. So if somebody cancels at that 25-minute mark, there have been times when, like, while I was teaching the day before, I get a short notice booking for the next day. Like maybe it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. I get a short notice for the 6 o'clock the next day. So for me, everything is short notice from the time I open it. Now, if it's my very first slot of the day, the 5 a.m., I wait until the night before and I close it so I don't have to get up early when like maybe I won't have a booking. I do short notice now. I don't like it. Well, the best part is, yeah, sometimes short notice is hard, but like the situation I was just talking about, if you have like a 7 a.m. booking the next day and it's like 8 a.m., you still can prepare the night before. So those are the best kind of short notice. You get $2 extra and you still have time to prepare the night before, because literally like they're booking you at 23 hours out. But yeah, there have been times where like I don't have time to prepare ahead of time. Maybe it books overnight while I'm sleeping, or, it books while I'm teaching. Usually in those situations, everybody knows me. If I have a class after, that class ends at 25:00. So I'm able to just look through the slides quickly at least and grab props right before the class starts. So yeah. Kim, I got a short notice booking yesterday morning for this morning. I have 23 hours notice. Exactly. Those are the best kind. You get paid extra and you have time to prepare. Marianne doesn't like short notice either. I like to get to know my schedule. Yeah, but the thing is, if I'm already teaching, if I've got open 5 to 10 and like the 6 a.m. is unbooked. Why? Like, I'm going to keep that open because I'm already teaching at that time. I don't have to get up any earlier. I'd rather it book and make money. Because then if you don't leave it open, it's just going to stay unbooked. Sometimes they stay unbooked anyway, but at least you have a chance. So GoGoKid does short notice, but they do not pay more for short notice. So with GoGoKid, I only do short notice if I'm trying to double dip. If I've had a cancellation at VIPKID that you know about ahead of time, you're still getting paid, then I try to open up at GoGoKid. Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about, Marianne. That's why I just leave them open short notice because, I'm already teaching. And like I said, I close the ones if it's the night before. I give it time. So anyways, yeah, double pay for GoGoKid. So Kim, you might want to start recruiting. You get paid more than any of your companies. Double pay. Yeah, Morgan or Marianne, if you are looking for a second company, GoGoKid has no minimum hours, just like VIPKID. So literally you could apply there and just make it your backup. For me, I mainly teach at VIPKID and GoGoKid's my backup. So no minimum amount of hours that you have to teach or slots you have to open or anything, just like at VIPKID. All right, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was the GoGoKid K level. So let me explain this. You could still answer this question even if you work for VIPKID. Just tell me what you would do in this situation just as an online teacher. So GoGoKid's K level. So imagine like this is level 1. So their level 1, literally they have 18 slides for 25 minutes. And the slides will sometimes have one word, like the same one word on for the slides. So like you're teaching the color pink. This was the one that I was supposed to do. 4 slides have just the word pink on them. There's only 18 slides. Well, GoGoKid's weekly report very recently came out that I'm going to read it to you so you know exactly. So right now they're doing evaluations. They're watching the classes, giving evaluations, which I feel like, okay, so this was in the weekly report. These are things that you're not supposed to do for the K level extension. So people are getting bad marks and bad reviews for doing these things. Okay, no extension for these are suggested things to do. So they said, recently we have found that many teachers will lose points in a lesson extension quality of, that's their, quality assurance. We strongly recommend that teachers extend according to the lesson content. So in other words, teachers are extending, but it doesn't have to do with the lesson. Number 1, no extension for the entire class. So you just go through the 18 slides with literally the word pink on maybe 4 of them. 2, reteach the lesson content 2 or 3 times. Go back through. 3, extend the class which is irrelevant to the content. So if the color is white, or let's say pink, then you have the student write numbers, letters, draw pictures for more than 5 minutes during the class. So, yeah. So they're getting marked down because maybe the lesson's about pink and they're teaching them shapes and things like that. So I had read this in the weekly report. Again, I don't work as many classes over at GoGoKid. So mainly at GoGoKid, I've done trials. I did a lot of supplementary classes in the summer because, it's my secondary company. Well, last week I got a booking, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and then I looked at the lesson content. Now, I wouldn't do that at VIPKID. If I have a class on Saturday, I'm not going to look at it on Tuesday. Well, since I don't work that many classes at GoGoKid, it's like my only booking. Out of curiosity, I looked at it. I found out it was one of those K lessons. It was about pink, and I remember reading this in the weekly report. So I'm like, oh no. 18 slides, 25 minutes, and they don't want you to extend by writing people's names or doing other things. What am I supposed to do? So, I did what we all do. I go to YouTube. I did a YouTube for search for K-level extensions, and there's not a whole lot of videos, but there were some. Danny, if you watch this later, her mentor at GoGoKid, Janice, actually had, I think, the best suggestions. Like she would take the slide and try to make more sentences out of the word pink, or. So anyways, so this is my question to you guys, even if you don't work for GoGoKid, what would you do in this situation? They don't want you to extend by writing the kids' names, by writing numbers or drawing pictures that don't have to do with the lesson content. 18 slides, one word on each slide, some of them. How would you extend? One of the things Janet did, teacher Janet said was like, it is pink, I see pink. You could like add things like that, or like holding up other colors and asking, giving them the wrong answer, like, is this pink? No, it's orange. Is this pink? But what would you do? I want to hear from you guys, especially Marianne. You teach a lot of level ones. How would you deal with that? I love our level ones. I think the songs are cute. They definitely have a lot of things in the lessons that you could go over. My only small criticism is that for kids like 3 to 5, they're still trying to learn their own world. They're still trying to learn the world around them. So I do think it's a little confusing talking about other countries to kids that little who are still trying to learn that they live in China. But that's only small criticism. Other than that, they're cute. I like them, Okay. Kim says, ask questions, find something that color, name pink things. Yes, somebody did say that too, to try to ask them to find something pink. Now that I remember, someone in one of the videos I watched. And also, under the weekly report, they have where people can comment, kind of like our hutong. So a lot of people were complaining about that too. We're like, well, give us more than 18 slides. What else are we supposed to do? Yeah. Okay, Kim says, we do this a lot at iTutor. We don't have 1 minute per slide. Okay, so it's something I'll have to get used to. So what do you do? Marianne, can you use other props? This is a pink ball. The pig is pink. Yes, you can. And someone did suggest that. Just get everything pink. I was planning on, actually, so I ended up not teaching the class because I woke up Friday morning right before the 24-hour mark. The class canceled. I was a little disappointed. It's kind of bittersweet if I do or don't have bookings at GoGoKid because it just means I have to get up earlier. So I had, prepared and watched videos all week. So I was a little disappointed that it canceled. So I never did teach it. So I can't even tell you how it went. But I did spend all week trying to watch videos on how to extend. Kim had a class with 9 slides, 25-minute class, 1 opening, 1 closing. So 7 content slides. Wow. All right, so it sounds like if I'm going to work at iTutor, this is something I also have to get used to. Sorry to bump my camera. But yeah, actually somebody else suggested have them find something in the room that color because that takes at least a good minute. Because like I knew ahead of time, I was planning on wearing pink that day too. I was going to wear this shirt and these earrings. But yeah, 25 minutes. Okay. So, but Kim, do you get marked down if you extend with things outside the lesson? So like if you started reviewing shapes and they were talking about colors, is that okay? You finished the content at 15 minutes, we extended. He had no clue. Okay, but they specifically want you to extend with the content. So Kim, if you teach this lesson at GoGoKid, at least you've heard me talking about it, so you know to be prepared. Yeah, not at all. Okay. Having them look also reiterates that they understand the content. True. Yeah, they have to find something for you that's pink. Yeah. Review and extend on anything at iTutor. Okay, yeah. So people are getting marked down. So for extending on other things. They want it specifically to be about pink. What do they recommend? They don't. That's the problem. That's why people were complaining. They didn't recommend any. Well, they said they want it to be about the lesson. That's all they said. Yeah. They just don't want you to go outside the lesson. So yeah, maybe they'll update it. Yeah. So I won't read your comment, Marianne, because I like working there and I still want to work there. But yeah, we just need more ideas. Kim says I always tie the extension into the lesson content though and find a pink circle or draw one. Well, yeah. So you could review shapes, but it could be a pink shape too. I think so GoGoKid has something where you can you basically can draw all over the screen and the student can erase. So they draw like pink all over the screen and then have them use the eraser to write pink. So then they're learning. Somebody else did suggest having them learn to spell it too. That also adds some time. So, yeah, write your name in pink. Yes, there you go. Or write the word pink in pink. Yeah, but maybe their name in pink. They said they didn't want names, but if you're doing it in pink, so many ways to extend. Okay, Kim, there's a topic idea for you, especially because you deal with this at iTutor. Give us ideas on how to extend if you don't have a lot of slides. How to extend and stay in the lesson content. An acronym, okay? Maybe these are K level though, so they don't have a lot of vocabulary. P is for pig. Yes. Okay, good. And pigs are pink, and pig is an easy word to spell. Okay, I is for igloo. This is a great idea. N is for nest, and I have cards with all of these. Okay, this is a great idea. See, sometimes I come to learn from you guys, not just teach. And K is for kite. Got it. I can discuss it Friday too. Okay, good. Yes. All right. Yes. Let's see. And did everyone get paid? I talked about this at the beginning, but a lot of people weren't here, so I'll mention it again. There was an issue with payment, and it looks like most of us got paid. I was saying, luckily, most of us were not used to, we're not used to weekly pay yet, so hopefully it didn't screw anyone over too bad. Yes, I got paid too, and I made sure to look. So anyways, where is everybody today, you guys? I have Kim and Marianne. I don't know if Morgan's still here or maybe she's just listening. I definitely miss Danny. And yeah, Cindy's also teaching. Hello, Evelyn, if you watch this later. But yeah, those were my topics for today. Trying to extend with GoGoKid when you don't have a lot of slides. And the incentive. Yeah, the incentive is already spent it on the Jeep insurance. Yeah, it does get spent like that. It's only the second week of weekly pay, so it will get better. Yeah, I think it'll get better. I'm just saying also people weren't, hopefully you weren't used to getting weekly pay yet. Like if it would have been like a whole year, you were used to getting weekly pay and you based everything on it, maybe it would have been worse for people, is what I was saying. I could be wrong. Someone might set me straight later in the comments. But, yeah. So anyways, how are you guys? Those are mainly the topics I had for today. Kim said, I think I made or have one coming on extension. I can't remember, but if not, I will make one. Okay. Yeah. Because we need ideas when there's 9 slides, keeping in the topic, or 18 slides and they're only doing one color. So yeah. All right. So anyways, that's all I have for today to talk about. Thank you guys for coming. Anyone have anything else to say? I'll wait a second, but yeah, thank you guys for coming. I miss everyone who couldn't be here. Hopefully you guys watch later. All right, guys. Well, have a good week. I'll see you at each other's lives all week. Marianne is live tomorrow. She's there in the chat. And then Wednesday Danny's taking a break. Thursday is Evelyn. Friday is Kim. So, all right, no problem. I will see you tomorrow at Marianne's live. Bye, you guys. Tai Tien.